From Prop Firm Analyzer. And so, yeah, what we're going to do today is talk about the Hola Prime plan. Basically, we're going to discuss their one challenge setup, which is designed for traders who want a fast, flexible, and straightforward path to getting funded. It's really aimed at people who don't want unnecessary complications, and just want to focus on trading. So with this plan, it's just one simple step to get funded plus fast payouts, which is honestly a big deal for a lot of traders. This setup removes many of the common trading restrictions you usually see, and it gives you full freedom to trade your own strategy with confidence. So yeah, if you're the type of trader who values simplicity and flexibility, this might catch your attention. Now first, let's take a look at the Hola Prime Trustpilot reviews, because that's always important. You'll see that Hola Prime currently has an excellent star rating of 4.4, and there's a lot of positive feedback from traders who are already using their services. Reviews like these usually give a good idea of how a prop firm actually treats its traders. As you can see, they're based in Hong Kong, so yeah, that's where the company operates from. You can definitely check them out for yourself. And if you decide to go with them, you can use my discount code to get a cheaper price on their accounts. That little discount can help, especially if you're starting with a bigger account size. Now let's talk about the one challenge setup itself, because this is where things get interesting. With this plan, you can get funded in just one step, and they offer leverage of up to 30 times. There's no daily loss limit, no consistency requirement, no minimum trading days, and news trading is allowed, which is something a lot of traders really appreciate. On top of that, weekend holding is also allowed, so you're not forced to close trades just because the market is about to close for the weekend. That gives you a lot more flexibility with swing trades and longer term setups. So yeah, overall, it feels much less restrictive compared to many other prop firms out there. Now, if we check the one challenge plan details over here, you'll see they offer different account sizes. These range from $5,000 all the way up to $50,000, so there's a good range depending on your budget and experience level. They also support different trading platforms that you can choose from, which is nice because you're not locked into just one option, which is honestly what I really like about Hola Prime, and it's something you don't usually see with other prop firms. Most firms only offer like 2 or 3 platforms at most, but here at Hola Prime, they actually give you a lot more options. So yeah, that flexibility already makes a big difference, especially if you're picky about what platform you trade on. They offer MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5, which is probably the most popular one right now, plus TradeLocker, DXTrade, CTrader, and MatchTrader. So basically, no matter what platform you're comfortable with, there's a good chance they support it here. That's something I personally appreciate because switching platforms isn't always easy for everyone. Now you can also, if you want, like bi-weekly payouts instead of waiting longer. They also offer a monthly payout option with up to 95% profit split. So yeah, that's pretty solid if payouts matter a lot to you. It gives you more control over how and when you get paid, which is always nice. So yeah, this one challenge setup supports different platform types. And another good thing here is that they don't have any maximum daily loss, which is honestly a big plus. Of course, they do have a maximum loss rule, but it's intraday trailing at 7%, and the profit target is also 7%. So just make sure you're fully aware of these targets before you start, so there are no surprises later. It's really important to check all the requirements carefully, so you know exactly what you need to hit in order to pass the challenge. That way, you can plan your trades properly and stay within the rules instead of guessing. The benefits here are pretty strong, including up to 95% of simulated profit as your payout, which is one of the higher splits out there. On top of that, the payout process is fast. So yeah, you're not stuck waiting forever to access your earnings. They also remove a lot of common restrictions like no daily loss limit, no consistency rule, news trading allowed, weekend holding allowed, and no minimum trading days. So as you can see, it's really designed to give traders more freedom instead of boxing them in. That's honestly what makes this plan stand out for a lot of people. You'll also see sections here showing how long it takes to get funded, how payouts work, and the steps to get started. So yeah, just make sure you take a few minutes to go through all that information so you fully understand the one challenge setup. It's always better to be informed before jumping in. And finally, let's talk about scaling, because this is another interesting part. They offer a scaling percentage of 25% for the first scaling, 40% for the second scaling, and 50% for scaling beyond the challenge phase. So yeah, over time, you actually have room to grow your account, which is something long-term traders usually look for. As you can see, there's actually no time limit when it comes to passing the challenge, which is honestly a big relief for a lot of traders. Of course, you still need to hit the profit target, but you're not being rushed by some strict deadline. And yeah, once you get funded, you can complete your KYC on the same day. So the whole process feels pretty smooth and straightforward. Now, one thing you do need to be aware of is the inactivity rule. If a trading account stays inactive for 30 consecutive calendar days, it will be permanently suspended. So yeah, even if you're not trading aggressively, make sure you're at least placing trades occasionally to keep the account active. For the trading rules, which I've already discussed earlier, they don't have any daily loss limit, which is great. But of course, there is a maximum overall loss limit, and that's 7% trailing, so you need to manage your risk properly. And yeah, just keep in mind that even without a daily cap, that trailing loss still matters a lot. They also don't have any minimum number of trading days, which gives you a lot of flexibility. But again, the profit target is 7%, so that's still the main goal you need to focus on. This setup really allows you to trade at your own pace instead of forcing trades just to meet a day requirement. When it comes to news trading, there are no restrictions at all, which is pretty nice. Weekend holding is also allowed, meaning traders can basically trade 24/7 and stay in their positions without needing to close before the weekend. They also allow overnight holding, so yeah, swing traders are definitely covered here. Now, for the risk limits, make sure you really pay attention to this part. You're not allowed to risk more than 2% of your account size on a single trade. And as you can see here, splitting one trade into multiple positions will still be counted as one single trade under this rule. So basically, your risk per trade idea should never exceed 2%. If you breach this rule, it will lead to a hard breach and immediate termination of your account. So yeah, definitely don't ignore this part because risk management here is taken very seriously. Also, make sure you're aware of the leverage they offer and how it fits your strategy. It's always a good idea to double check all the information before trading live, just so there are no misunderstandings later. A quick review can save you a lot of trouble down the line. Now, when it comes to rewards and payouts, there are a few requirements you need to meet. To qualify for a bi-weekly payout, the trader must have at least 3 profitable trading days within a 14-day period and achieve 80% profit split for that cycle. For the monthly payout cycle, you'll need a minimum of 7 profitable trading days within a 30-day period, and that comes with a higher profit split of up to 95%. That higher split is honestly one of the more attractive parts of this setup. More profit staying with you is always a good thing. A profitable trading day is defined as a day where closed positions generate a net profit at least 0.5% of the initial balance. So yeah, it's not just about winning trades, but making sure they meet that minimum threshold. And finally, for the minimum payout amounts, it's $50 for bank wire and cryptocurrencies, since they do support crypto payouts. For Rise, the minimum payout is $500. So yeah, just make sure you're aware of these payout rules so you know what to expect when it's time to withdraw. All right, so yeah, one more thing I want to point out is that the challenge fee is refundable, which is honestly really good. Make sure you also check the scaling details, which I already talked about earlier, because this part really matters if you're planning to grow long term. So yeah, it's worth taking a few minutes to fully understand how that works. Another good thing here is that there's no limit on the number of challenges a trader can purchase. So if you want to run multiple accounts or scale faster, you actually have that flexibility. Just make sure you're comfortable managing more than one account before jumping into that. Now, I really want to stress this part, guys. Please make sure you carefully check all the rules, especially the information about prohibited trading practices. Things like excessive trading, account or device sharing, gambling style trading, and a bunch of other behaviors are strictly not allowed. It's really important to understand this so you don't accidentally break a rule without realizing it. They also don't allow stuff like one-sided betting, arbitrage trading, along with a few other restricted practices. So yeah, before you start trading, just go through that section properly. Taking a little time to read the rules can honestly save you from losing an account later on. So yeah, overall, make sure you check out this one challenge plan, because in my opinion, it's one of the easiest ways to pass a challenge with just a single step. It's simple, flexible, and removes a lot of the stress that comes with multi-phase challenges. That's really why I think a lot of traders will find this appealing. And yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much again for supporting my channel. It really means a lot. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and drop a comment below to share your thoughts about this review. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.